The beauty of the cross. In an attempt to clear the air and bring focus and clarity to the beauty of the cross, not to cause dissension and undue attention, or a fracture among the factions and masses, or to cause confusion or friction, or even to prompt conviction with those of us who adorn our necks with sparkling crosses and chains. But the fact of the matter is, the story I've told of the cross at Calvary is mostly fact, but some fiction. The crucifix, imposing as it is, stands head and shoulders above me. To be sure, aesthetically, there's nothing to draw my eye to the monstrosity that stands before me. Yet with eyes transfixed, I'm riveted to witness the spectacle of a crucifixion of one who did no wrong. He loved the least of these, tax collectors and thieves, even wretched men, of whom I am chief. I've created a symbol to symbolize, memorialize, and immortalize the price that Christ paid for my salvation, polished and adorned with astounding beauty, as if to remove any sign of my chemistry and identity that can be used against me as evidence by a judge and jury. I must admit I've gone astray and amiss, just short of the great abyss, yet I really don't get this. Though Christ once atoned, yet this polished image has to be polished again and again to remove any blemish or tarnish. But as Christ was not ashamed to hang on an old rugged cross without stain or varnish, I should not be ashamed to display the cross as it was the day he hung upon it, splintered and blood-stained, tainted and dripping with sin's shame, causing even the skies to darken as if to turn its back on him who is without blame. The simplicity and beauty of the cross is not in the splendor of the silver or gold's purity, or the jewel encrusted and perfectly formed and shaped symmetry that seamlessly intersects at the vertical and horizontal beams. Yet it seems I need to confess that even in the garden I caused pain and stress to the very one who kneeled before the Father on my behalf, then stood and offered his back to be lashed for my iniquities and laws that I trespassed. With outstretched arms, flesh ripped and torn, lots cast, stripped of the clothes he'd worn, head adorned with a crown of thorns, he bore the full weight of the cross, his hands and feet nailed, his side impaled, the breath in his lungs expelled. Then he looked to the Father, and one final exhale, he breathed his last. But 3 days later, with all power, he arose from the grave for this wretched sinner to save. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, counted the cost, and not one entrusted to him was lost. The Father asked, the Son obeyed, and the full ransom was paid. The price, his precious blood. The ultimate sacrifice, his very life. And with that, victory was cemented and eternally completed. Satan retreated, the power of sin depleted, and death was utterly defeated. And that is the beauty of the cross as I see it. To God be all glory.